Hey, what's up, everyone? You're here with Goran from Pickdawgz, and after a short break of a few days, thank you for joining me here. We are here to talk about the Leagues Cup. The competition between the Liga MX clubs and MLS clubs is kicking off on Friday. That is July 26th. We have 5 games on the schedule, and I think it's going to be a fun competition. The last year's winner was Inter Miami with newly arrived Messi back then. He scored some great goals in that competition, and Inter Miami deservedly won it. Now that the MLS is taking a bit of a break, we will be focused on this competition for a while, and then in a couple of weeks' time, maybe a bit more, we are getting those top 5 European football leagues back, and it's gonna be fun. We have some new stuff to talk about. We'll be doing videos a little bit differently, so stay tuned for those. Information's coming out soon, guys. And of course, we have the Champions League coming up as well, which is going to be played in a completely new format. And it's going to be exciting. And we will have even more games to talk about than we did so far. For more free picks, guys, of course, from different sports, go up to the Pickdawgz YouTube channel and check it out. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you hit that like button. We do appreciate it a lot. And of course, feel free to leave a comment on any of these videos. For my best bets, you can go to the pickdawgz.com previous section and find me on that list of cappers that we have. Simply click on my name and sign up, or simplest way to do it is clicking the link in the description of this video. That will get you up to my page where you can sign up, get a daily pass, 3-day pass, 7-day pass, or even a season long pass if that's something you want to do. Now, we also have a fairly new product for those high roller bettors that we have. It's called Golden Boot VIP Access for people who are betting $500 and above that on a single game. People who don't mind waiting for the best possible pick to an hour, half an hour before game time, once the lines are settled, once the lineups are out, and stuff like that. That's when I make my decision. That's when those picks get sent out, and that's where we make a lot of money, guys. Those are the bets where I put a lot of money on as well, and we've been doing pretty well with those as well. Like I said, guys, 5 games on the schedule in the League's Cup. So let's get this show on the road with the first matchup, which is another MLS matchup. We have Orlando hosting Montreal. And this one could be very interesting. Montreal has been showing some signs of life in the MLS lately. They are coming off of a loss to Toronto 1-0. While Orlando, on the other side, is undefeated in their last 5 games, and when playing at home, they haven't lost to Montreal in any of their last 4 games. Now, on top of that, Montreal hasn't won any of their last 11 games on the road, and it's very hard to expect for them to do something in this game when you have Orlando playing so well when playing at home and when they are scoring so many goals. Now, of course, this is a different competition than the MLS, and you never know what's going to happen. It's the round one of the group stage. And it's gonna be interesting, but I think that Orlando will get a win out of this one. So for me personally, I'm taking Orlando -1 at -115. Atlanta and DC United is another MLS matchup that we have going on in the Leagues Cup. And you know what? We have two teams who are scoring a lot of goals and conceding a lot of goals as well. DC United is coming off of a 4-0 loss in the friendly game against Celtic. Before that, they have beaten Minnesota 3-2 on the road. Before that, they've beaten Nashville 2-1. And each of their last 7 games in a row have gone over 2.5 goals. As far as Atlanta goes, they're coming off of a nice win against Columbus. I gotta say 2-1. They got a draw 2-2 against NYC the week before that, and their form is definitely on the rise, but they're still far from a consistent team on that defensive end. So even though this is a different competition, once again, I'm gonna go with both teams to score it over 2.5 at -120. For our next matchup, guys, we are going to go to Austin, where Pumas and Austin are facing off. Pumas being the Liga MX team, a very solid team in my opinion. And even though they are listed as the home team, this game is being played in Austin. Now, Pumas is now undefeated in their last 6 games. They won 4 of those 6 games. They're playing really, really well. A little bit. worse on the road than they're playing at home. But then again, we have Austin, the team that has been so inconsistent this season, the team that has won only one of their last 5 games, and the team that hasn't won any of their last 3 games. Now, when playing at home, they are playing a lot better than they're playing on the road. There's no doubt about it. In my mind, they are also a very, very solid team. I think this is going to be a fairly tight matchup between these two teams. But however I slice it, I see both teams getting on the scoreboard. So I'm going to go with both teams to score at minus 167. For the next matchup in the League's Cup, guys, this one kicks off at 10 p.m. Eastern Time. We have Seattle hosting Minnesota. And you know what? It's very hard to bet against Seattle right now. Even though they're coming off of a loss to LAFC 3-0 at home, which was a highly disappointing result because they failed to score a goal at home against LAFC, who was in a bit of a slump. They're now facing Minnesota, who finally got a win. It was a 2-0 win against San Jose. They are getting some players back, which will definitely be helpful. But I see Seattle bouncing back in this one. They haven't lost any of their last 8 games until that match against LAFC. They are very, very solid at home. They were on a huge winning streak. And when playing at home, they haven't lost to Minnesota in any of their last 9 games. Now, of course, with this being a different competition than the MLS, it's hard to expect what the lineups are going to look like. But since the MLS is on a break, I would expect most teams will go out with their best and healthiest lineups as well. So, to keep it simple, guys, in this one, I'm simply going to take Seattle on the money line at minus 143. And for the last pick of the day in the League's Cup, we have LAFC hosting Tijuana, another Mexican team who's actually been doing a decent job in this early stages of Liga MX. They haven't been particularly well, nothing spectacular, but they have been solid and they are a decent team. I think that they can be a threat to some teams in the League's Cup, but not to LAFC. I know that LAFC was in a bit of a slump. They've lost. They haven't won 2 games in a row until they beat the Seattle 3-0 on the road. And honestly, I think that they will get another win here. I simply think that they are the better team with more depth. Their form is a lot better and more consistent at the moment. And with that in mind, I'm gonna take a bit of a risk here. So I'm gonna take LAFC to win at over 2.5 goals at plus 130. There you have it, guys. Thank you for joining me here. These were free picks for the League's Cup that kicks off on Friday, July 26th. Thank you for joining me, of course. Like I said, feel free to leave a comment. Check out my best bets in Pickdawgz previous section. If you're interested in that Golden Boot VIP access, if you're one of those high roller bettors, simply text the word gold to 443-780-5663 as you can see it on the screen. And we'll definitely get in touch with you as soon as possible and we'll get you signed up if you feel like this is the product for you. Have in mind, it's not a free service and it's a month long package. And during that month, you are getting my best bets for pretty much every single day from now on. Thank you for joining me here, guys. Have a great day. Good luck with all of your bets and stay tuned for more free picks coming up soon.